Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much to this commission for holding this hearing and for all your work on religious liberty. I am deeply grateful and very humbled to be here. I never expected that pursuing my dream to help hurting children would lead to a legal battle for our most basic freedoms. I graduated from Southern Illinois University Edwardsville with a master's in art therapy and counseling in May 2022. I chose this path because God gave me the passion to both fight for and preserve the innocence of children, especially those who've experienced deep, complex trauma. Through art therapy, I witnessed how expressive means can calm both body and mind and provide a mode of communication when oftentimes words are too difficult to even access. But while I was studying how to help others heal, I found myself betrayed by the very institution that was supposed to equip me for that mission. My program was small. It was just 11 students, and we became very close. We would talk about being in each other's weddings, and we cared for each other like family. But about a year in, something shifted. I came to Southern Illinois thinking that I was there to become a counselor, but I soon realized that the university expected me to adopt and promote a specific ideology, one rooted in Marxism and critical race theory. When called on in class, I shared my perspective respectfully, asking whether these ideas served the best interest of our future clients. Instead of respectful dialogue, my Christian and conservative beliefs were met with hostility, not only from classmates, but even the professors. But I didn't expect what came next. The university issued 3 no-contact orders against me. And if you're wondering what these are, so did I. Essentially, these are restraining orders, and they applied to on and off campus. It meant that I couldn't talk to, sit near, or even be in the same coffee shop as these 3 students. I was shocked. I asked what I had done, and the university said that I hadn't violated any policy. But without any communication or investigation, I received a threat of disciplinary consequences if I violated the no-contact orders. And they even copied a university police officer on each order to drive this threat home. After this, I stopped speaking in class. I was isolated and scared, like I was in a relationship with abusers, trapped in a system that punished me for having different beliefs. I thought back through every conversation that I'd had with these classmates. I couldn't think of anything that I'd done that could be taken as offensive, let alone aggressive, and I became afraid. And with fear came a sense of powerlessness. I started having trouble sleeping, I lost my appetite, and I began to worry. What might happen if my professors, who clearly disapproved of my views, decided to block me from graduating or finding a job? I reached out to ADF and they sent the demand letter to the university. 5 days later, they rescinded the orders. 2 weeks after that, they finally told me what my accusations were. 3 classmates had complained about some social media posts where I'd expressed my Christian and conservative views on current events. They claimed the mere expression of my views were microaggressions. One student said I was threatening because I couldn't embrace critical race theory, which I had said failed to treat people with dignity regardless of their race. She told the school I was threatening, even though in the same conversation I had with her, I praised her for having a beautiful heart and a deep compassion for children. Sadly, even after the no-contact orders were lifted, the attacks continued. The university officials refused to tell students that I hadn't broken any university policies. Instead, they emailed faculty, students, and alumni, implying that I had engaged in impressive acts and misconduct. The university held a community meeting where students publicly attacked my faith and accused me of being racist, oppressive, and creating a toxic learning environment. But one of the most painful moments came when an art display titled "The Crushing Weight of Microaggressions" was displayed in our department. It featured a personal text I sent to a friend where I shared that even if we might disagree on some things, that I cared about her, but that my personal held beliefs were grounded in objective truth by the gospel of Jesus Christ. I was heartbroken to see my words so misunderstood. I loved my classmates. including this girl, and to this day, I wish we could have shared our diverse beliefs with mutual respect and kindness. But that was sadly not my experience. I wasn't punished for harming anyone. I was punished for having a different perspective, for being a Christian, and for asking honest questions. At a public university, which is supposed to be a marketplace of ideas, I was silenced for mine. I knew I couldn't just walk away. I live by Dietrich Bonhoeffer's quote, "Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak, and not to act is to act." I could not be silent knowing that what happened to me could happen to future students. Our freedoms are too precious not to defend. So I filed a lawsuit. But what weighs on my heart to this day is I should have never had to sue. Public universities have a duty to protect open dialogue, not punish it. They should welcome differences, not erase them. And no student should be shamed or silenced for their faith. Looking back, I can see how what was meant to break me, God used to shape me. Through the fear and betrayal, he gave me the courage to speak. Even when my voice shook. And he taught me to love even those who misunderstood or maligned me. I'm so grateful to President Trump and this commission for your bold work to protect our First Amendment freedoms, freedoms that belong to all of us, regardless of faith, race, or creed. The truth is, freedom is fragile, silence is costly, but courage is contagious. And I want to thank you all for being so courageous.